All
Hi,
right,
guys.
team, we are here. Hi, Stace. Thanks for being here. Stacy's gonna kick us off. Let's do this, baby.
All right, guys. Welcome to the last day of June, which is really insane that we are here. But what I love is in just a few short hours, we open up to a blank page. We open up to, I think there's 31 days, I believe, in July. I think, yes, 30, 31, something like that. And I love the last day of the month, and I love the beginning of the month. The reason why I love the end of the month is that my old self used to think of the things that I didn't accomplish. What I do now is I give gratitude to all the things that I have done. Small, big, medium, large, whatever you want to call it, they are wins. And they all have the same like principle and a gift and love. And I don't think one is better than the other. They're all the same. And then what I love most is that when we celebrate those wins and we see these small accomplishments, you open up a new page tomorrow with endless possibilities of what you are able to do from your mindset. And so what we love about this last day of the month is we really noticed a shift in our coaches and a shift in ourselves where we felt so good celebrating the wins. It makes you feel good. It is a prescription for happiness. It is also a reminder that you are never to lessen something or demoralize it or think that it wasn't worth that gratitude. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is where you shift your life, right? So you have to ask yourself, am I shifting to potential? Am I shifting or am I stretching myself out too thin? Am I downgrading the potential that I actually can do? Your mindset is everything. If there was one thing that we know for sure is if I said to you tonight, you have to choose personal development, Shakeology, or workout, I would tell you all to do your personal development and drink your Shakeology at the same time and forego your workout. It doesn't mean anything. Your workout is not important. Yes, it is, but it's not. Or you are a coach, right? If you wanted to be if you wanted to be a discount coach and just get a break on your Shakeology, or you wanted to be a challenger and pay full price, you would have done that, right? But you're here to be a coach, which means you are wanting a level the life up within your life. You are ready to roll the ball. You're ready to be that CEO for your life, right? Coaching serves that. Coaching will gift you everything that you need, right? So tonight we thought it was really cool, again, that we celebrate our wins, because a lot of times what happens is the ego gets in front and we forget. And then what happens is when that happens, we stop putting the pedal to the vision. Oh, well, I really had a lot, July is just a really crazy month for us. Like, I have this, I have that, and we name those things. And I was just telling Kate, who was my client tonight, I was like, women, we had this universal washed up phrases of excuses as to why we're not living abundantly, right? Your why is so important. The time you put into this business, don't make it about making money, right? Your invites have great purpose for the growth of you. Know that, remember that, seek that, right? So tonight is about the wins. From this moment forward, everything you do is a win. You are now to remove from your meal plan losing, should have, really stressful, all those phrases. And we could write them down later, but you can probably do a brain dump after this call of all the phrases that do not serve your growth, right? I don't have enough time. I have this going on. Bobby has soccer, right? I just can't. Da 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 da. If you keep giving wind to that and breath to that, you won't find it. But if you give breath to your why every single day, those small little pockets are your greatest opportunities to do great things. So you have this month, what I want to encourage all of our coaches to do, and myself and Susie, we said it out loud, right? Is that we have to take away the things that do not serve our growth. That is verbiage. That is mindset. That is verbiage. That is mindset. Okay. And I want you guys to continue to be rock stars in our BOD group, showing up all the time, obviously, right? And you are a leader in there. Susie and I are not the leaders. Don't downplay your CEO mindset and what you are. Don't, like, literally, let me be honest. We schedule the post, we come up with the content that does not make us one podium higher. That just means we got you. Let's take that away so we can all be great together. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So we came up with some slides and we thought back in our month of just like, what were these wins? And I will tell you, when you see all these wins, now some of the coaches are not on our call tonight. And some of these people, and I'm going to be honest with you, are just discounted coaches. They're not working the business yet, but I'm putting it out there in the universe that they will join this level. And I celebrate them on this call because I know their potential and I see their worth and I want them here. I want them here. Do you know why? It's not to make money. I mean, yes, of course, that's a beautiful byproduct. I mean, we have to survive, but I know they belong in here to level their life up. I know they belong in here. So we celebrate them in here too, right? You have to start talking as if you have it, right? Already have it. Like I was just telling Kate, and then I'll let Susie take over. Kate is going to let me be on one of her podcasts, which I'm super stoked for. And she started talking about what she wants with her and her husband. And she's like, one day I said, oh, I'm sorry. Wait. She goes, oh, right. I have, and I go, nah, you go. And I go, how much money are you making? She's like, oh my God, like 6 figures. I'm like, isn't that great? I was like, I have a boat in Italy. And she's like, you do? I'm like, yes. I was like, it's fascinating. I downplay because I don't want anybody like think that I'm like not that rich, but I'm filthy rich. It's amazing. But see how fun and lighthearted it can be. And like, you can do that. You have to allow yourself that, because if you don't tell the universe what you want. So the universe goes, oh, well, let me help her start working towards that. Right. So I am a 6-figure earner 2 times. I can, whatever it is. Right. So I'm going to let Susie take over, but like, think of those things. You have to remove from your meal plan the verbiage and the mentalities that are locking you into a placement that doesn't grow. Okay. Promise me that you will work that muscle this month as we go into July. Promise me with your business, you will do that, because that's going to be a great joy at the end of July. Susie Cusey.
I love it. Thank you, Stace. I love it. Love it. Thank you for your words. It always helps us reflect, guys. And this is the type of energy, the type of passion that we need to have, not only in the business, but in our lives. We need to be excited. And this is the vehicle that gets us there. So tonight, Stacy and I thought about doing this once a month to just kind of celebrate all the wins, because this is what's going to fuel our excitement. This is what's going to fuel our energy. And guys, that is like what we all want in life, right? We all want to be energetic, and we want to be thriving, and we want to have zeal for life, and we want to be just excited about all the things. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to just talk about celebrations and what June brought us. And hopefully tonight you'll be like, yes, I did that, or she did that. And that's going to give me the energy to take it into July, because what is coming in July is huge, huge. I keep saying it. The tidal wave is coming. Have your paddles ready, because it can completely transform and change our lives and our destiny and all the things. So we're going to celebrate today, and I want you to blow up the chat. Stacy is going to be on the chat. If I have missed out on anything at all, you girls are going to write down all your wins. Yes, all your wins. What did you see that you accomplished? What did you see that your coaches accomplished or challengers, your clients accomplished? Because I only wrote a gist of what it is that Stacy and I masterminded. Actually, Stacy gave me a lot of detail, and honestly, I couldn't fit it all. So I'm just gonna I threw in like the gist of it, like a little detail, and you guys continue to celebrate the crap out of each other in the chat. I want Stacy to tell me, like, Susie, I couldn't keep up with the chat. That's how much I want you girls to write, because that's what this is about. Our vital behavior, one of our vital behaviors is recognition. And what is recognition? Celebrations. Okay. So if I missed anything, I want you to throw it in there, because I know that there's a lot of things that I didn't get. As a matter of fact, today I did a live on our team page and I went through the book, and there's things that I celebrated here today that I could not put in the slides. I had to take my son to the orthodontist, and honestly, it took longer than what I thought. All right, so let's get to it. Let's start with what June gifted us with. Number one, Project Summer was born. And I am really proud of this baby. Why? Because I saw what it did for many people. Not because I thought of it, not because I got ideas from other people, because I'm going to be honest. I got ideas from other coaches and other mentors that I follow that I was like, yes, this is going to help my clients. So it's not about patting myself on the back for the idea. It's about what it brought to our lives. So if Project Summer did something to you this month, I need you to write that in the chat. I need you to blow it up and say, Project Summer helped me level up. What is our team page name? Level Your Life Up. So did Project Summer do that for you? I know it did for me. It enriched my life. So that was the first thing that I wanted to write. It absolutely enriched my life. So number one, what stood out to me the most was that Stacy embraced the day of her dad's passing. And can I just say that that was something that I had never done, or I had never experienced that for someone. Yes, I've had friends that have, lost their fathers, but I had never really taken the time to say, let's jump on a Zoom and let's talk about what went on, what was hard, how did you overcome, how are you feeling right now? Let me love on you. I had never done that. And you know what? It stemmed out of our coffee chat idea that I had been doing last year when the pandemic hit, and coffee chat was a savior for my team last year. And I was determined to bring it back, and it was so special. I know that Jackie joined us, and I believe Melissa joined us, right? I'm having a mom brain. Melissa joined us, and I think it was Jackie, right, that joined us. And we did the coffee chat, and right after that, we did the live workout. And and the live workout was beautiful. We danced away, but the coffee chat was what allowed me to connect with Stacy and her heart, and how I saw how, she just was okay that day. I also noticed that with Project Summer, I stepped up in my leadership role and I led the Faithful Fridays. Even though Stacy did another one, I still saw that I took on this desire that I had in my heart. I kept asking people, should I lead a prayer group? Should I lead a prayer group? And I had quite a few people tell me, yes, you should, Susie. And I didn't have the courage to do it fully, within my audience of Instagram, but I did do it in this group. So those were just two little wins that off the top of my head, I was like, Stacy, this is what I saw in you, and this is what I see in myself. And we went back and forth. I want to move on to Mary. Mary posted a picture of her in a dress. Stacy shared that with me. And apparently, Stacy, you could just jump in, and Mary, you could jump in at any moment here. Apparently, she had not posted a picture of her in a dress in a while. That's what I gather. Is that correct, or am I incorrect? It is, right?
Yes.
Mary,
yes.
How did you feel?
I felt light and beautiful.
And don't we all want to feel beautiful? I mean, that's a goal that I strive for probably every day. I look at myself in the camera and I'm like, kind of prettied up to like present myself. So that's a huge win. And I know Mary had a lot of other ones. For me, it was her speaking on the team call. For me, it was listening to her on the sneak peek. But the fact that Stacy said, Mary did this. So many women wish that they can do that they could feel confident enough to put on a dress and share a picture. That's vulnerability. I call that a huge win. Hannah attended our, it was a Faithful Friday, and we took it right onto the book club. And Hannah was so emotional when she talked about the lessons that she learned in the book from the book club, and shared that the book was giving her fuel to go after her biggest dream, to become a fitness instructor. Hannah opened up her heart to us and shared something that she dreams of. We could only imagine that maybe she dreamed of that when she was a little girl. And here we were listening, allowing her to dream. Stace, you're muted.
I also want to say that on that Faithful Friday, it was 5:30 in the morning, Hannah time. And she had already been working, I believe, since 7 p.m. that night.
Yes.
So hadn't gone to sleep, hadn't done anything, and that to me was awesome.
It spoke volumes.
Yeah.
Her commitment.
That's a level the life up right there.
Yeah. Her commitment and her desire to be with us and lean into us was beautiful. It really was. All right, let's move on. Jocelyn completed, I think, like 2 rounds of Clean Week. I just put Clean Week because I know she did great. Go ahead, Stace.
Mary's funny. Did you know in the chat? She goes, Stacy juggle. Say it, Mary. I got to go back to it on my phone.
Stacy juggled Beachbody, babies, being a boss, and boxes.
And I was gonna write and effing boxes.
That's true. I'm not reading the chat, but that is true. That is true. Stacy Slade moving. All right. Jennifer returned to our community. Hillary is in tune with her body right now after going through some difficulties. Dawn continues to be a rock star in our group. Dominique is focusing on joy and balance. Christina works out daily on Zoom with 2 fellow coaches. Sharona has been working out in her office, even though, let alone she's a millionaire running this boss babe business, she's been committed to working out, and she's had to do it in her office. Like, Stacy, jump in on all this that I shared.
Dude, and also Sharona finally went on a 2-week trip with her husband, and that never would have happened.
Blow up the chat, guys.
I mean, like, insane that she did that. And not even in the month of June, but she left Cadillac to take this leap of faith, and she's got a 7-figure business with her husband. Like, boom.
I love it.
And she took 2 husbands, took 2 weeks off to be with her husband. And also that her husband has been on the nutrition and physically looks phenomenally different.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. I love it. So many
She
wins.
also shares her Beachbody products with all of her staff. Hydrate, because they're in the heat. Energize. She pays out of her own pocket to take care of her staff, to give them better options while on the job. That's cool shit. Love that.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write in the chat.
Yeah. And
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So many wins right here. I'm going to go on to say that in our run meetup, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later, Melissa came to welcome, not only to hug me, but she came to welcome Gladys, a new member of our Fit family, guys. To me, that spoke volumes that Melissa took the time out of her life, out of her Saturday, to not only come and welcome a fellow Fit fam, but she came to spend time with me, ran with us, shared her morning with us. Like, to me, that was just such a celebratory moment It filled my heart. It started off my Saturday in such a beautiful way. So Melissa, I thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to share more on Melissa, but I did want to talk about this because when I saw this picture, I was like, yes, this was a big moment. We welcomed a team member that is new, that in her introductory video in the beginning of June, she said, I am socially awkward. And I thought Gladys was not going to embrace the challenge group at all. And she did. She attended Magical Mornings. She attended Faithful Fridays. She went to the run meetup. It was my first time ever meeting her. And she's my client. And she signed up as a VIP member or a discount coach, however you want to call it. And she actually had the courage to come to my house and meet me. And I loved every minute of that. And now I'm going to take it for a second, just for a second, to also celebrate Beachbody. We went public just this Monday, and that is huge. We are in the New York Stock Exchange. We are going to get so many more resources and tools to help other people. And at the same time that we were ringing that bell at 9:30, Carl, our CEO, donated $1 million to a nonprofit organization in the south part of Chicago to come up with a wellness center for low-income families so that kids can have health and fitness activities. I mean, amazing stuff. And I wanted to intertwine Beachbody with us because this is what Beachbody does for us. It gives us with so many things. All right, let's move on. Faithful Fridays, coffee chat, book club, so many things that I feel are wins because I deepened my faith. I had the coffee chat, which I love to do with my girls, and the book club. Guys, this book, I've cried. Blow up the chat if you've been crying, if you've been reading, if you've been taking on lessons, if you've been touched by this story. This book has been amazing. And I pray that some of you look at the chat, boomerang it, take a picture, video it, and post this on Instagram. If you girls are not looking at that chat, there are millions of wins right now that we are celebrating. And this is what I want the world to see. This little train right here, the train that could, it's us. We are doing this. We are doing this. That book totally has given me life the last 4 weeks of June. So I am super thankful for that. Let's see what else. Janae stayed consistent in her workouts. Jessica completed 80-day session. Alyssa has been committed to her coaching alongside her other business. Katrina rocked a bikini. I think I am saying all the right things. Stace, want to pitch in? These are your girls. Am I getting it right?
No, you're right. And Katrina has been one of my coaches who started a few years back. And she vibed with me on a story where I just literally said, like, aren't you just tired of being sick and tired about just all the things that you're sick and tired about? And she literally messaged me and she's like, you know what? I am tired and I'm tired of watching your ass. And I'd like to say yes. And so like, that's when she joined, changed her life. She's been on this ride for a long time. And I think it's been about a year to 2 years at most. And it was the first time I saw her on stories. She put a bikini on. And I think she's got 3 kids and she's single mom in it. She's a manager at Ulta. And it was incredible. It was incredible. Consistency.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Magical Morning was very, very magical. Stacy, Gladys, and I, and even Melissa, who was working, showed up for a little while. And I pray that, filled her cup. I sent her a little gift package in the mail, thanking her for attending the Magical Morning. It was very special to me that she was there. And Stacy and I also connected on a whole deeper level. Gladys as well. Gladys even told us what her morning routine is. And then Stacy challenged Gladys to go in our bod group and share about the word that she chose, flexibility, which happens to be our word this week. And, she really came out of her comfort zone and did a video, like a 4-minute video in our bod group. I mean, I am so, so proud of all you girls. It's been amazing to watch. The run meetup, the Magical Morning, all these things I talked about, but I just want to reiterate it. It is all bigger than us, guys. we are connecting and we are linking arms. All right. The last slide that I have for us is we also had tribe time. That tribe time was phenomenal. We talked about so many things. We talked about a deep dive that Autumn gave us this month, which, you know, gave us tips on alcohol and chips and snacking and a bunch of other things that we spoke about. We grow and we learn when we spend time with one another. And those tribe times, we're doing them twice a month, and they're really, really allowing us to dig deeper. All right, my girls, Jackie leaned into a massive discipline and routine, you know, with structure that she had been kind of struggling with, as she did all of this as her son graduated from high school and left to the Army. Talk about hard stuff. That day she was sobbing, and thankfully we were there for her, and I reached out to her and she leaned in on a few of us, and it was beautiful to see that right after that she was like, I need to come up with a discipline, you know, I need to be super disciplined and come up with a routine to not think about my son leaving. Melissa did like multiple rounds of a soda challenge. She got other people to do it with her. I know her boyfriend, I believe, did it, and she saw a lot of wins. She shared it on social media. I mean, talk about big things. Yay, Mel. Brenda went on vacation, I feel, for like 2 weeks. She went to Mexico, and it was beautiful to see her spend quality time with her family. Let's move this little flower here. Casey jumped into the business after being with me since 2018, and she's absolutely just working on her coming out post, a video, talk about courage and talk about listening to when the universe tells you it's your time. I am super ecstatic. Elda is going to summit with us, which is awesome because I've never met Elda in person. She's one of my clients and she's a coach on my team, and I'm gonna get to squeeze her neck in Summit on July 14th. Isabel, who's in Cali, is starting 6 weeks of the work. I think she already actually is like in the middle of it and is kicking butt with that program. Fabi, who's also on the West Coast in Cali, is learning to go through the hard, but not doing it alone. She lost, I believe it was her cousin, passed suddenly, and has been really struggling with it, but she's been leaning into her challenge group and her tribe, her coaches, and they've been, you know, really showing her the love. I reached out and I told her, you know, if there's anything that you need, please let me know. So look at all the things. You see the good, you see the easy, you see the bad, you see the hard, but there's brightness in all of it. There's positivity in all of it. And I am so honored to be a witness to all of this, guys, because there is a lot of things that can cause distraction and could cause us to not focus on, you know, the things that are important, the things that matter. To me, these are things that matter, right? Family, friends, love, wins, overcoming, learning, growing, stretching ourselves, you know, seeing how we have the capacity to dig deeper, to become more, to do more, to know more, to feel more. All of those things just really, really, you know, bring me so much joy. And that was the focus for June for me as well, if I'm being totally honest. That has been the word for the year, for my year. That has been my choice. And I really felt it in June. I really felt it in June. And I'm thankful. And I wanted to bring this, and Stacy, it was Stacy's idea to continue to celebrate and do once a month a team call where we can just have fun. Bring your drink. Right now, I'm still catching up on my water. Not I would have had my bevy, but that's why I said, bring your bevy, bring a drink, bring water, anything that makes you feel relaxed, where you can, you know, enjoy your drink and just talk with wins and not talk about Success Club or training. Just really looking at all the things that this business brings to us. It enriches our lives. It you know, it gives us experiences that we normally wouldn't have had. Because I know for me, I would probably be cleaning my house if I didn't have Beachbody, because that is what I thought I needed to be. I needed to be the perfect homemaker. And in my mind, my mother instilled that it was always about having the house in perfect form. And that's not what life is about, because I wasn't even being present in my kids' lives. And Beachbody has given me the gift of being present, the gift of opening my heart to others, the gift of compassion and wanting to know what people are going through and what they are doing in their lives and how they make me better, how they pour into me, how I learn to be a better woman, and how this coaching thing helps me to be a better leader for my kids, how to be a better wife with my confidence and find happiness and joy, and having a squad, because I know I can count on you ladies, having a squad that is going to be behind me when shit gets hard, and it will come. So that's what I have for you. I would love to open it up for you girls to share more or share anything that you want to add to this, or even if it's a struggle, lean in, help us be there for you. I know today someone said that they were dealing with, and I'm gonna, and I hope Stacy gives me permission to just share something small. Someone said the business right now is not really maybe working. I don't know if I'm getting that right. And Stacy said, if she's feeling that, many are feeling that. If you are going through something and you feel the business not working for you, let's chat. Like, let's open floor it right now and let's go over what is not working for you, because sometimes it's just perspective. Sometimes
a
it's
lot of it, I'm going to intervene. You know, it's, and this is where we are an open group. If we talk, everybody in here is a leader. You must understand you are the president. There are how many presidents on this call? There are 4, I have to 5 of us, right? I had a discounted, I had a working coach go into my thread with all of my working, and this is not tattletaling. This is just public knowledge, right? And she said, this business isn't really working for me. This business isn't really growing. And as much as I love you being honest and open in a thread like that, that is a weed that can grow into other people's businesses, but more importantly, your mindset, right? So if she feels that way and it's being, and it's in a thread like that, personally, I do think that should have been said to just a one-on-one coach. However, what a great opportunity for me as a leader to even exercise my mindset and go, wait a minute. This is an opportunity, one, to nip it in the bud, but offer a different perspective. And so I really talked about this business is working even when you believe it's not. And it comes down to one thing in this business, your mindset. That's all. It's limiting beliefs. That's all it is. It's a limiting belief. And, you know, here I am 14, and I love that I'm actually sitting in my hair studio still, which needs to be cleaned up. But you know what I love most about sitting in here? Guys, it took me 13 years to fully be in charge of my business. Okay. Every day, that chair, not here, but at Sheer Reflections, gave me a lot of blows, a lot of lessons, but I kept coming behind that chair, kept going. I never thought about quitting. Did I say I wasn't cut out for it? Sure, of course I did. Did I say I wasn't good like the other girls? Sure, of course I did. But I kept going back, right? What we are in this business, and the other thing that was said too in the thread was, I'm just going to really continue working on me. And that gives me, first, it fires me up in a good way, because I'm like, don't you understand that that's what this is? But that's what people don't understand then. When people say that, they'll go, well, I'm not going to work the business right now. I'm just going to work on me. And when I get to a really good place, then I'll hop back on. You are dismissing all of that growth that you need for your business to be a successful business, that people need to see. They need to see where you're at. They need to hear, and you need to hear yourself. And you need to be okay with sharing that for you, right? If we're stretched too thin in life, I can tell you it has nothing to do with coaching. In fact, Mary, can I call you to the podium? Mary had a aha where she's like, remember we were talking about, you told me, you were like, this business is stressing me out. And I reeled her back in. Mary, remember that a little bit? And we talked about, you're like, I feel like I gave you a roadmap and I said, this business is about you. This business is about, can you kind of, because that, I want you to shed light to that, because that was really a good moment.
So I think this last couple weeks for me has been really, truly eye-opening just in that regard specifically, because I've realized I'm looking around me. I'm in this place, ladies, where I'm like looking around me and I'm going, why is everyone so stressed out? Like, I just feel so centered and so much more comfortable in my own skin. And I attribute that to the fact that this is the first time I've been included in something where it wasn't, Mary, you better bring your best every day. Mary, you better be the top. You better be this. It's not about that. It's about taking the time with a tribe of people who are going to help you focus on being the best you while you're sharing of yourself. And that to me truly is like, has been one of the best things about it. In fact, I was telling my sister today, I said, I've been stressed out for 2 decades. That like now I'm like, am I forgetting something? Like, I swear I'm forgetting something because I don't feel like palpitating heartbeat, you know? So yeah, so that absolutely. And Stacey helped. Can I just say one more thing? So I wanted to say about Stacey and Susie, like, first of all, I don't think that you all get thanked enough. Personally, we should be showering you with thank yous. The guidance and the direction, sure, we're all leaders, but you know, you two helping with all of these tools and everything is just incredible. But I also wanted to make note of something you just said, Stacey, about the it took you 13 years. And so here's the great thing about having someone with life experience, which we all do. And when we share that, I'm the youngest of 8. Now I've always been very lucky and very blessed that as I was growing up, I looked up and I saw everything I didn't want to do and everything I did want to do. And I saved a lot of time. And so I feel like at the age of 40, I'm a bit ahead than had I been an only child. So the coaches here and this community take what they're saying, and maybe it won't take you 13 years. Maybe if you follow and learn from mistakes, it'll take you 2 years or 1 year. And so that is just something, that's why we share. That's why we open up, because that's the whole point. So I just wanted to thank you all for that.
I love that, Mary.
Yeah,
and the
me
reason
too.
why I brought up what Stacey shared with me today about her coach is because Stacey had a great point. She said, if she's feeling that, many are feeling that. And we wanted to remind you of when someone says this business is not working for me, go back and reflect and look at all the wins. Everything that you're learning, look at all the wins we named today. And this was just a little bit, because I could dig deeper. I could dig a lot deeper. If I show you Stacey's text to me, it was a lot longer. I just tried to get everyone there and put a little bit on. But I think when we think this business is not working for us, I think we need to highly reflect. And I think that we have to ask ourselves, well, am I working the business to a certain degree as well? Because it's not going to work for you if you're not working it. Are you leaning into your program? Did you go all in? Did you go all in into your nutrition? Did you meal prep? Are you doing the vital behaviors? Are you leaning into the community? Are you engaging? Are you really leaning in on the community and the support? Are you in contact with your coach? Are you attending live events? Are you doing the personal development? All the vital behaviors that Beachbody asks us to do. Dawn is coming in. I'm letting her in now. But all the things that Beachbody asks us to do, I mean, if you're not doing them, how do you expect the business to work for you? So I just kind of wanted to, we'll end the call because I don't want to be on here too long. I know Stacey has to clean up her salon and I want to be respectful for everybody's time. But when I heard that, that was the first thing I thought of was, how can you say the business, and again, this is not to judge anyone because I don't know her situation, but when people say this business is not working for me, well, are you working the business? Are you doing the 4 simple vital behaviors? And if you're not, I don't think that you can actually really say that it's not working for you, because go back and reflect on all the wins before you say all these things. You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
not to discredit what she's feeling or not validate it. I absolutely validate it. But I say this because if someone is feeling that, let's learn from it. Let's go back, reflect, think
Mhm.
of all the wins, and then ask ourselves, are we doing the vital behaviors? Those are the minimums.
And the big thing too is you guys, utilize your thread that you're in with your coach, like that thread, and remind yourself that what you also like, yes, it is a sacred place, but we are a team, we are a tribe, and what we say can influence us or deflate us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my threads will be nothing that's going to, we have to elevate ourselves, we have to rise up, we have to let, if someone is down, you show them the light, right? But you know, Christina Rodriguez made a great point when I reached out to her and I was like, how do I, how should I handle this? And she's like, it all comes down to a limiting belief. Everything is a limiting belief. It is the mindset. And here's the thing though, too, guys, this is not, no one will join you if you're begging for it. Don't beg for it. You have to work. This is about not working so hard. I want to make sure I say this clear. It's not about working so hard on you to prove to them. Let's say that again. It's not about working so hard on you to prove to them, the world. This is to prove your why. That why statement is your Bible, right? 14 years in August, I will be a hairdresser. 14 years. Just show up behind your chair. Sharona said something. She said a lot of people get their feelings hurt. I have to go back and read that.
Yeah, I think in a team environment, people can get easily hurt. And I wrote back, that's why we need to communicate and learn to go through those feelings, because we're not here to hurt anyone. It could be a miscommunication. It could be your perception. It could be a lot of things. And I learned that because I lost a coach with using language that to me, it was not hurtful at all. To her, it was like absolutely insulting. And I lost a coach that way. And I learned that I have to be more careful with my words. And I had to go through a grieving process and learn to forgive myself, because I did not mean it in a bad way at all. Because I'm bilingual, in my mind, I guess I thought of it in a Spanish way and I wrote it, in English, and she was very insulted by it and I lost her. And I learned
also too, Susie taught me a great lesson too. And this is very open to share. I was starting to feel that I wasn't holding the end of my bargain in June with leadership with her. So don't, and you're going to hear me say this very boldly. Don't think that nobody else is feeling or thinking a certain way like you. We're all, it's recycled thoughts and feelings. It's just in somebody else's bucket in the moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like absolutely. It's really important to remember that, right? So Susie really, the Project Summer is Susie, right? And she was like, this is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. This and that. And she's, and we're setting up the post. She's doing like, it was like, boom. And I went like this. And all of a sudden I was like, fuck, I'm like not doing anything. Like, I feel like my leadership is going down. So like, I started to feel a little resentment, but that was not a negative. That was like, ooh, old pattern Stacy. Wow. In the month of June, I always say my dad's going to gift me something to get rid of. And that was the gift to get rid of. I told her how I felt, because I don't, and I knew it wasn't anything personal. And she goes, babe, oh my God, no, like you have your dad. I could never make you do all of this right now. Like, guys.
And the move.
Right. And my moving. She's like, oh my God. She's like, no, please don't. Like, that wasn't my mental. Guys, she gave me the gift in June to accept love. Do you see that? Like, that's cool shit.
And what's cooler is that you took the gift, though. You were able to
I did. I took the gift, but let me tell you, the old Stacy that's very deep wired takes things personally. Amen. That coaching taught me to let that go in the month of June. From this moment forward, I am allowed to receive love. I am allowed to have somebody take the reins. That's not putting me down. That's what linking arms do. That's a difference. So guys, that was my biggest gift this month. So if you don't know that, now you do, because I don't mind. I will share anything. I'll share with color underwear I have on today. By the way, it's pink, but like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
And the greatest gift in this business will teach you to not take shit personally. We want you to grow and figure things out too. We want you to take the initiative. Go to the Coach Online office, Google, YouTube, right? It's not us going like, we don't want to help you. It's, you deserve to be in charge. You deserve to be the leader. You don't need me for the simple things, right? Unless you've gone through all of the steps, that's different, right? But that's not us being negative. Some people might call that tough love. I call that amazing growth. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, my daughter's trying to call me. My daughter was just trying to FaceTime me. That is called amazing growth. That is a gift, right? Because it's channeling you. Yeah.
It's also called empowerment.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, my daughter's gonna keep FaceTiming me. Sorry.
No, we're gonna end now. We're gonna end now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that, Mary. It is empowerment, because
It is
we deserve
empowerment.
to be empowered. So we have to gift each other the empowerment, which sometimes comes secretively and uncomfortable, which comes secretively from these tools, which makes us feel awkward or upset or offended or whatever. That's the negative mindset. Everything's a gift. Everything's a gift. Everything's a gift. Let that other thing go that we talked about earlier. Those mentalities don't serve you. No one's out to get you. We're here to empower you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll end with that. And I just told Stacey, I said, Stacey, just because the light right now you feel is not shining on you, does not devalue you as a leader at all. I was trying to do that to relieve her. And every month we were taking turns about posting. So I was like, June was my month anyways. And I did level it up, but it was because I wanted to relieve Stacey from the big thing about a move and her dad's passing. And now in July, I leave on vacation for 10 days. And I'm like, Stacey, July is all you, baby. It is all you. Because when I come back,
oh, jolly, here we go.
Yes, because then I come back and Summit is here. So I'm like, girl, you are July. I took over June, but now you're going to love on me. And that's what we're here for. And that I'll end with that. We are here to shine light on each other. And you know, just because the light sometimes is not shining on us does not mean that we are not worthy or that we are not, you know.
But it doesn't mean the light's not shining on you. That's what that means. It doesn't mean the light is not shining on you
at all.
We reflect off of each other. We reflect, and the things that get you fluttered or upset or anxious, they're your gifts. Change the verbiage. This is my gift. Okay, I'm supposed to learn to do this. Okay, yes. I am capable. Let me try. Let me see. Right? I used to always be a person who asked 1,000 questions to 1,000 people, and Christina Delgado would ignore me. Started to ignore me because you know why? I had to figure it out myself, and that's a good gift because it really made me a hell of a lot stronger.
I love it. All right. Yeah. Any last words from anyone? Because I don't know if Melissa wants to talk, Sharona, John.
Mary, you have a hand up. Are you good?
Mel?
No. Good. Everyone good?
I'm writing some notes down.
I think Mary's got notes. She probably has colors.
From everything that you guys are saying.
I love it.
I like my goals, I guess.
Yes. And Melissa's going to take on 645 with us. Woo!
I want to throw up of how nervous.
No, you're not.
Then that's where you go. You're not going to grow from the comfort. You got to grow from the barf. So go barf. Go barf.
All right, ladies.
We'll be right there for you.
I love it. Okay. I will post the recording as soon as I have it. I love you all. Stace, thank you. I know you have to clean your salon tomorrow. We will talk tomorrow. Okay. John, thanks for joining. Mel, Mary, can't thank you enough. I hope this filled your cup, ladies. Take on now all this love and these wins and transmit it to other people, guys. We are the hope and the light. Let's continue to pass on that torch. Love you all. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, team.
See ya.